Hey y'all. So I do have a ring light, but I'm not in the mood to use it. I'm actually super tired. It's been a long day, but I did promise a little video. So yeah, I did tell you I would talk a little bit about me heading into the Navy. Mm, Navy things. Let me not be extra. But so let's rewind back. I think it was November of 2021. I pretty much made the decision to go into the military or to at least get some information about it and see what I wanted to do. I was a general manager for a certain gym and I was just over it. I didn't want to do the corporate world too much anymore either over that. Like, totally over it. Um, So I started looking into the military. I started to think about maybe what I could do to give back that was on a large scale. You know, kind of what I talked about in the first video. Um, and so looked into a couple branches. I looked into the Air Force, then I looked into the Navy, and I just really loved my recruiter. I really did. I really liked my recruiter. And I liked everybody that was out of that office as recruiters. You know, everybody was just so dope. And so I started getting into it. Um, so that was about November, December 2021. Then, fast forward a little bit to January 11th, I went through MEPS, the actual military entrance processing, which is a whole bunch of stuff, y'all. Like, if you've ever heard about it, let me get comfortable here and tell you a little bit. So, you are kind of like you're going through like a medical screen. First of all, they're doing a vision test on you. You getting your ear tested. You doing certain. They're gonna have you do certain movements to make sure you're flexible. Nothing looks awkward, off. Um, you're gonna get your blood drawn. You're gonna have a whole bunch of stuff going on. It's a very draining day. It literally is like a 10-hour day. At least it was for me. Just getting looked at, getting checked, getting interviewed, things of that nature. So that happened about January 11th. So after I went through that, they let you know right away that you're pretty good, if everything looks good there while they're checking you out. So everything looks pretty good. I chose my job and I ended up, having a boot camp date set for March 8th. Aha, though. So I found out 2 weeks ago, right, that they moved my boot camp date up to February 7th. So that's right now it's the 2nd of February, so literally 5 days from now. So I've had like the last 2 weeks to kind of wrap my brain around it. So I wasn't really nervous. When they moved my date up, I think I became nervous a couple days ago. But anyway, we'll get into that. I just wanted to say, or give you the reasons as to why I decided to do it. And I know I said I would in the last video. So I have lived a very interesting life. A lot of people feel as though if I wanted to, I could write a book because I've made so many bad decisions, um, so many mistakes, and with myself and with other people that I loved. And you know I think that as people and human beings go through certain awakenings, because I believe everybody gets there, right? You start to have that and you start to relearn some things, you start to unlearn, you start to unpack some shit that you weren't supposed to keep. I just kind of came to a point within that process recently to where I was like, well, shit, the corporate world doesn't really do much for me. It doesn't move me. But if I can just serve people now because I've been given so much, as I stated in the last video too. It's literally probably going to be the thing I live by for the rest of my life. But I've been given so much. Um, I've made so many mistakes, and really, I feel like this is not to be all sentimental or be all serious, but literally, I feel like I'm on the road to redemption with this. Um, I feel like this is how I'm going to correct certain things. This is how I'm going to be most satisfied with myself, is if I'm giving myself to the country, to you guys, to the people. Yeah, so that's the reason I'm doing it. I mean, there's perks with the military, there's perks with the service, just like everything else. You know, um, the benefits are super good. I'll say that. But I just wanted to live an exemplary life. Like, you people don't talk about the part where you can't really go into the service with a whole bunch of shit in your financial background. A whole bunch of, messy stuff. You can't really go in with a whole bunch of like, you can't have a crazy medical history. You can't have endless and countless run-ins with the laws and certain amounts of tickets out there. So, speaking on that, I used to live in another city, in Houston, Texas, to be exact, and was just fucking shit up out there, just fucking up everything out there. I couldn't. My head was in such a fog. I couldn't even see straight. Like I couldn't save myself, save another person. I couldn't do nothing right. And yeah, we could talk about how I got there in the next video. But I couldn't do anything right. So, I was having a lot of tickets. At one point I was driving around without a license. Cop pulled me over, ticket right there. And a lot of those things I hadn't fixed for some years. So lo and behold, you forget about them, you move on with life, right? And I moved back to Florida, out here in Tampa. And I'm going through this military process, and they're like, okay, what you got in your background? What you got here? What you got here? What you got here? And I realized I got all these tickets in Houston as I start calling around, places just to make sure I'm clean in certain areas. I got all these tickets in Houston. So I literally had to clear all of them up. Here I say all of them, well over two, well over three. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be totally honest. So people don't talk about that part. You have to clean up before you go to Houston. I mean, before you go to the military. And I was already in the process of cleaning certain things up, but I think I was working more on myself first, like doing some inner work on myself and just trying to unlearn and relearn some things. Um, so this just kind of helped me to work on some of the other stuff that needed to be worked on. So yeah, being a part of the military or going into the military was really just to bring out the other side of me that's there. Was I felt like I've been playing small, like playing it too small. Like I'm bigger than a lot of the stuff I've been doing, better than a lot of the ways I've acted in my life, and I just wanted to get really straight and see myself on a different level. I've always wanted to be a very well-rounded woman. I wanted to make sure my intellect was on point. I wanted to make sure that I was emotionally intellectual, or emotionally intelligent rather. And I also wanted to make sure that, I could persevere. I'm resilient, strong, caring, loving, kind, all of that, all of that. And super giving, super giving. And so this to me was just another way to help me become all of these things. Um, it's not the only way. There are other things I do, which we'll get into in another video, probably on like the Sunday video. I might put out a Sunday video. It's going to be probably called Reset Sunday or something like that. And we'll talk about how to center yourself a little bit, or rather how I center myself, in hopes that maybe it'll help you and anybody else that's watching this. But yeah, so that's why I got into the military. I didn't want to take up too much time in this video. Honestly, I am exhausted. Exhausted. I just wanted to go ahead and shed some light on why I decided to make this move. Um, and I know people would say, why is it such a big deal, right? I didn't think I would talk about it, and I wasn't going to put it out there, but I am 38. I know I don't look like it, right? I'm 38, so it's a little bit later in life to be busting a move like this. It is. It's a little later in life to be making a move like this, but as I also want to show everybody, it's never ever too late to do anything you want to do. Um, it's never too late to get on the right path and start making, better decisions, and just to be a better person. So, yeah, I'm going to turn it down now. I've been up all day. I started real early this morning with a run and some reading, so I've been up for quite a long time. So yeah, I'm gonna turn it down now. Get this clothing off, take a shower, and just relax and head to sleep. But we will talk again in another video coming up soon in a couple days. I'm gonna try to put up at least 2 more videos before I actually head off to boot camp, because I'll be shut down for like a cool 10 weeks again. So, so peace, love, light to you, and the warmest of hugs to you always. Okay?